Hey, this your girl, Michelle Diva. I am bringing you no, the last episode of And Just Like That, Season 3, Episode 12, Party of One. Okay, this is the series finale. There will be no more And Just Like That. Oh, and I'm going to miss this show. It wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible either. It wasn't great, but it still wasn't horrible. And I'm gonna miss this show. You know, I needed them to do some development on different characters, but I'm still gonna miss this show. But anyway, if you are new here, welcome, 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 welcome. We do reviews here, okay, okay. And if you are returning, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. All right. Give me a thumbs up, like and comment and share and subscribe to my channel, and we will begin. Also, pretty much all of my reviews are going to be late, okay, because I had to memorialize my sister this weekend, and so I was out of town, and so all of my reviews are going to be late. So I'm gonna try to get it done sooner than later. But yeah, I was out of town. I was memorializing my sister who passed away in February, and yeah, so yeah, I won't go into that. But let's begin this one, okay? So Carrie eating lunch by herself, okay? I I don't see what the big deal was at some ramen restaurant where they got robots for serving food and stuff like that. We have one in Atlanta somewhere too. Um, and so then they put this ridiculous, and I mean ridiculous, big head doll to sit with her. Named Tommy Tomato, whatever his name is. Um, so she won't eat alone. Excuse me. Give me. Take this big head dog out my way. I'm okay. I'm okay. Now, also, I need to know, Carrie is never on her phone, like everybody else with their smartphone. She ain't never on her phone like that. You know, I seen Miranda on her phone. I even seen what's her name? Charlotte on her phone. But Carrie is not on her phone like that. Did they just intend to do that? That she is more of a social butterfly than anything else. But she's never on her phone because most people are when they're in the restaurant, especially by themselves, they're usually on the phone. They usually doing something, typing emails, doing whatever they need to do on their phone, playing games, listening to podcasts, anything. So I find that funny. So that's why I don't understand why they gonna put a little tomato on with her. Because most people ain't even paying no attention to the other person when they are in in a restaurant because they on their phone. So I ain't understand that one. But anyway, then she don't know how to act. She don't know how to order off an iPad. You got a smartphone, you know. How come you can't order off an iPad? You got a smartphone, and I see it was iPhone. So iPhone is the big ass iPad. Why you can't order off an iPhone or iPad? Anyway, so she can't order off the. She was like, just get what you want, what you like to eat. She was talking to the waiter because Timmy Tomato or Tommy Tomato wasn't answering her. Okay. Whatever, Carrie. See, this is the type of shit that a lot of people didn't like about the show. Anyway, it is what it is. And Lisa really her and this editor, and how she, trying to, keep from cheating on Harold. Just be like, listen, this is a business. I'm not going out to dinner with you. I'm not doing nothing with you. We're going to do this. We're going to keep it right here in this editing room, and then we leaving. Okay? Anyway, so they do in this little editing room. Michelle Obama said, "I'm too known to be in this piece, but thank you anyway. But if it's a good piece, I will consider narrating it. Okay. Other than that, it's all right." Um, Lisa and Marion hugged, and she was just like, "Ooh, is that a gun in your pocket? Are you happy to see me?" Cause she sure did back up from him. Hey, guy, wait, I can't. Nah, it's kind of hard down there. It's kind of hard, but so he was like, we should go out to dinner. She was like, nope, and he was like, drinks, nope, okay, so whatever. Steve and Miranda talked about Brady and baby mama Mia. Miranda said that Mia is an idiot. And Steve is having regrets about blowing up at Brady. I always thought about this though. You know, when she had Brady, she named him Brady Hobbs, because Steve's last name is Brady. But when they got married, did his name become Brady? That's what that's always what I wanted to know. Did he change his last name to Brady? Okay. Because his name was Brady Hobbs, So I'm just asking for a friend. Is he Brady now? But in the case, maybe he is. Steve regrets blowing up on him. You had every right, honey. You still have every right to blow up on your son. Okay. So Carrie, Lisa, Charlotte, and Seema are going to a fashion show. So basically, Lisa can only be involved when it comes to fashion. Other than that, she is not part of the clique, because it seems like she was just only Charlotte's friend. That was another problem with the show, because the problem with the show is it's the girlfriends first, and then like the men came second, but they didn't have a lot of girlfriend moments, you know. That was the whole premise of Sex and the City. The girlfriends came first. Then the men were like an added bonus, okay? But they couldn't even get together for Thanksgiving, okay? They couldn't even get together for Thanksgiving, let alone any other time. You barely got them in a restaurant, you know. And like Sex and the City, we got them in a restaurant. You had a girl time every episode. And I needed all the girls there. I ain't need like just Seema and Charlotte and Carrie and Miranda. I needed Lisa there too. Why she couldn't be in the mix? Okay, why she couldn't be in the mix? I ain't like that. But anyway, um, um, Adam wants to spend Thanksgiving with his sister. See, that's how couldn't they all get together? But anyway, so Seema is spending Thanksgiving with Adam, his sister, his family, and then he said he don't believe in marriage. And Seema was upset. He like, you know, I believe in marriage. What's wrong with that? So Seema talking to Carrie, talking about Adam doesn't want to get married, but she was correct. She was just like, I don't know if I need to get married or if that's just something that I was brought up to think and know. And so she was like, so she don't really know. And then she asked Carrie, why did she get married? And Carrie was like, because I was chosen. I don't know. That's the reason to get married, but I mean, it lasted until it didn't. Okay, but she said I was chosen, and so um, Seymour was like, well, I think, do I want to be chosen, or is that just a flaw in me? And I think a lot of women go through that, that is it necessary to be married? Because yeah, it is it necessary to be married, or if you or you can just be with this person for a long time. I mean, because Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, I don't think they ever got married. I don't think they ever got married, but I think they still together. I think that's been almost like 40 something years, because they got kids and everything together. So I don't think that they ever got married, but I think they still together. You know, and I mean, it is what it is. My dad never married his girlfriend. They've been together for 40 years. She got a house, he got a house. I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's to each his own. I ain't never been married. I'm like, Carrie, I don't know if it's gonna happen for me, and if it's not, it's okay. Um, Meanwhile, the married ladies, that's Charlotte and Lisa, talking about how much of a BS it is to be married and how it's all about the husband. So, we got one side and we got the other side, Carrie and Seema talking about, I'm not married, and do I want to be married and everything like that. And then you got Charlotte and Lisa talking about, listen, this some of this shit is bullshit, okay? But Lisa said, if you knew now what you know then, would you get married? And Charlotte was like, absolutely. And so Lisa said, yeah, too. I don't know. Like I said, I can't. I ain't got no dog in the fight because I ain't never been married, so I don't know what it's like to be married. But she said, what Lisa said is bullshit. It's all about the husbands, Then Charlotte was like, yeah, because you got to take care of your husbands, with cancer and stuff like that. So, and Mr. Man who lost comptroller or whatever, and now he moping and he'll be a big ass baby. I've been like, we ain't got nothing to talk about. I don't, I don't like pouting. I don't like pouting. I don't. I don't. So I don't like whining and I don't like pouting. You gonna pout? You sit over. You get over there, okay? Until you get your life. Until you get your life. That's probably why I ain't married. Anyway, so Carrie and Charlotte walking home. Carrie said, I may be alone for the rest of my life. And what's so wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Okay. What's wrong with that? And there's plenty of women alone for the rest of their life. Or there's plenty of women um is as widowed and never get married again. What's wrong with that? You know? I'm still trying to figure that out. At least you ain't got no raggedy ass kids like Aiden. At least you ain't got no Columbine shooters like Aiden. Okay? That you got to deal with for the rest of your life. Okay. Anyway, but Carrie did admit, she said, I was alone, you know, other times in my life. But she said to say, she was like, I knew I wasn't gonna be alone for long, and that's how she lived her life. Okay, she was dating this man, this man, all while dating Big. Then Aiden came along, and then she's trying to be like a one woman man or one man woman, and then that come came kind of fell apart because she Big snuck in there and all that other stuff. So hey. So she knew she wasn't gonna be together. I mean, she wasn't gonna be in a relationship for long, or she was not gonna be alone for long. Okay, but she said, but I think I maybe will be alone, and full stop. Hey, it is what it is. It's plenty of women that are alone. Okay, all right, and that's just it. Lisa go and tell Harold she here uh the long haul. Moving on. Carrie is delivering pies. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Carrie did ask Adam, was he here for the long haul with Seema, or is she just a Tuesday or Thursday girl? I don't know what day it was. And so he was like, no, she's a lifetime. So she got some information for Seema when she see her. Like okay, hey, he into you for the rest of your life. So stick with him. Anyway, so Carrie delivering pies. She delivered pies to Charlotte, but Lily answered the phone. Answered the door. She said they smashing because Harry had a heart on. I'm really not interested in Harry and his heart on. Okay, y'all could have left that part out. He could have had prostate cancer. He could have peed on himself. But him and his heart on, y'all focus too much on that. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about his heart on. Okay. Um. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody cared about his heart on. Okay. Y'all could have left all of that out. Okay. Um. And then Lisa having dinner with her family. I needed y'all girlfriends first. I needed y'all to get together. Seema, she literally pulled up in the car, and Seema got out her car and she gave her the gluten-free pie. Not even a regular pie, a gluten-free pie. And then Anthony tells Giuseppe that he don't want to be married because he thinks that, he wants another mom, and Giuseppe throws the pie in his face. Anyway, he said, because I don't want another mom, I want a man. So I think they still getting married, but we will never know because that the show ended. So we don't know if Giuseppe and Anthony got married. We'd have had a wedding in season 4, but we have nothing. Okay. So, and then lastly, Miranda. And so Miranda said Joy canceled because her dog is sick, but Miranda don't believe her dog is sick until she called her, and then she has to leave for a little bit so she can meet her in the clinic. Brady in there cooking for a million people, and everybody keep canceling. So, Brady, was like, well, listen, I'm gonna send you home this mashed potatoes, Carrie, because everybody keep canceling. So, yeah. So then, all right. So Joy, Miranda meets Joy at the clinic. Joy crying. She got you talk about an ugly cry. Homegirl got a ugly cry. I was like, oh, and so yeah, but her dog ate something, and so she just crying. Anyway, and so then Mia and her posse show up. Meanwhile, yeah, so, but Carrie did make a little cheese plate for them. So she answered the door. He was like, so she introduced the Pose reject Silvio and the Stranger Things reject Epcot. Okay, those were her posse. Okay, yeah. So then they come in and Brady was like, "Hey, Mia." She was like, "Hey," and so then she gonna say, "I only eat what she say, cucumbers. Um, I only eat cucumbers, brown rice, and seaweed." No, the fuck you. What no. The fuck is this piece of shit? No. No, baby. No. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. Okay? um, you did not get that fat by eating seaweed, uh, cucumbers, and brown rice. No. No, you fat, baby. You fat. You pregnant too, but you are fat before then. So, no. I call bullshit all day long. So, also, Stranger Things reject is Epcot, and she lactose intolerant, so she can't eat no cheese, even though she did eat the cheese and blew the toilet up. Okay, and yeah, and then the Poles reject Silvio. He just doing like he voking. Okay, so Mark shows up from Charlotte's art gallery and. And Brady said, I got to go and get some seaweed and shit. He said, so, Carrie, don't let the turkey burn. Okay, but here's the thing, Brady. Brady, come here, Brady. You should have gave her some more instructions. You know she can't cook. She was using her oven for storage. She was using her oven for storage. You know she can't cook. You needed to give her more instructions than that. You can't say don't let the turkey burn. You need to say, listen, if I'm not back in 30 minutes, baste it, put some juice on top of it, It's still got 2 hours to cook. So every 30 minutes, throw some juice on there, or whatever. You needed to give her more instructions and don't let the turkey burn. Okay, you know she can't cook. You know she can't cook. Okay. You know she can't cook. You know her mama know she can't cook. Brady, don't get new. Don't get new. Okay? Don't get new. So now the turkey is not done because she took the turkey out early because Brady, I blame you that you ain't give her no more instructions and then don't let the turkey burn. Anyway, so then Mark, Carrie introduces Mark to Mia's posse, but it was funny though. Oh, Silvio said, he said, don't he give you the mayor of Whoville vibes? That was funny. Okay. That was because he did look like the mayor of Whoville. Okay. But anyway, so like I said, Silvio, the Pose reject, is voguing. And yeah, and Epcot, the strangest thing reject, is blowing up the bathroom because she's still eating the cheese and she lactose intolerant. And fat girl Mia is eating cheese too, but Brady went out to buy her some seaweed and she was just like, well, I ain't asked you to do that, ma'am. ma'am, you are an idiot. You are an idiot. So then Miranda shows back up after she, makes sure the dog didn't die. Okay. She shows back up. And like I said, you know, and so the turkey's not done. Silvio is hungry. And like I said, Epcot is blowing up the bathroom and stuff like that. So they eat the sides basically because we had no meat on the table because the turkey was not done. Y'all should have bought a ham, baby. We get ham and turkey on our Thanksgiving. Y'all should have bought a ham. The ham would have been done and cooked, and y'all would have ate that ham. And shit. Anyway, so so they eat the meal. Mark goes to the bathroom. He pee in the bathroom and floods the toilet with all of Epcot shit that came up. Epcot was putting some turds back in there, but I thought she should have had some loose stool because she lactose intolerant. But hey, whatever the case may be, and so he run out of there because he didn't want to get blamed for all the shit that came from that backed up in Miranda's toilet. So Miranda had to clean it up. Then Joy, after the dog was released from the clinic and everything like that, she took the dog home and then came over to eat pie. Eat pie with Miranda. Okay. Carrie goes home with her pie. And she didn't even cut it in a slice. She just got a spoon and got in there. She started playing Barry White, You're My First, My Last, My Everything. So I guess that is how she feel about herself. You are my first, my last, and my everything. So hopefully that's how she feel about herself because apparently she going to be alone for her rest of her life. And yeah, that was it. She dancing around the house, with her karaoke machine, and she playing You're My First, My Last, My Everything. Oh, also she changed the epilogue, and she said what she said. She said she changed the epilogue. She said she was not alone. She was on her own. Hey, hey, I get it. I get it. You are on your own now, honey. But anyway, I'm going to miss the show. It has some good points. It has some bad points. But all in all, I'm going to miss the show. I'm going to miss reviewing it. And I'm going to miss seeing it. I needed for them to do some better writing. I needed for them to do some better writing. But all in all, it was a decent show. It wasn't horrible. In my opinion, I don't think it was horrible. It was at least entertaining. Yeah. So that's it. Give me a thumbs up, like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.